as opposed to reacting to their pressing chemicals.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, for one, I think just for in general, just to get ahead, especially in these summer midweek games where it's humid, it's hot, and just play before these games are physically taxing, and so it's better to play from the front than the back in a game like this. So to get out in front is important. I thought we handled the pressure right off the start quite well, and we were moving the ball quickly. I think as the game progressed, it got a little slower. We got a little bogged down in some of that. Ended up defending it out a lot just because some of our activity level and the ball speed was a little slow. But yeah, these games are important to get the first and then get the second goal and get on top. Both goals come from wide play, which is something again we've been pushing. And when we get good wide play, the middle opens up, and then we were able to find some space in front of the goal. So we're finished by Josie with an incredible touch. I don't know how else you get that ball into the goal other than to do that. So, but an incredible effort and a gritty effort by the guys just to see that one out. And another big game by Q to make some important saves in there to keep us ahead.
Greg, how important is it to have both Josie and Pozuelo in the field for as long as you possibly can?
It's obviously very important. They're just their quality, right? Separates them. Josie gets a couple chances today, puts one in the back of the net. Same with Pozuelo. He doesn't need many chances, but also his ability in these games when there's a lot of pressure to wiggle away from the pressure and find a guy who has a little bit of time. It immediately breaks the pressure that they were putting on us. That helped a lot. So, but the more they can play together, the more that relationship continues to develop. I think the more, again, that our wide players can provide us with good play, then the more space that Josie and Pozuelo and the midfielders will have in the middle of the field. Teams can't just clog up the middle of the field because we can hurt them wide, and so we've got to continue that theme.
Greg, you have an update on Pozuelo?
He turned his ankle. We don't know really how bad he's icing now. We probably won't really know until we get to tomorrow. It's I guess the good and bad news is it's an ankle that he's injured in the past, so it's already a little looser, which means that's probably a good thing because it already has some elasticity. But the bad news is we just don't know how long it'll be. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Greg, there was lots of good things tonight, but some loose play, giving the ball away in bad situations. How much is there still to do on the to-do list?
Yeah, I think some of that is is concentration. Us being a little bit casual when we can't be casual. This is a team that you absolutely can't be casual against because of the way they play the game. It's something that we talked about, and we had a couple moments of just total naivete. I think there's also sometimes we need to put our pride in the back pocket and put the ball up the field and just move and take some positions. We put ourselves under pressure sometimes trying to play out of some things that we didn't need to down the stretch. So that's a little bit of just closing off games. I think a little bit of us getting our legs under us. Omar, it's his second game. He was cramping at halftime, so he just gutted out the second half for us. You could tell our line wasn't moving quite as sharp as we'd like it to. So again, I think all of us are trying to get on the same page. We've had a lot of guys in different places, not just like tactically, but physically get onto the same page because we immediately get hit with 3 games in a week as soon as everybody gets back. So some of it, again, like I said, is concentration. Some of it's just physically us being a little bit sharper and taking care of things. But there's still plenty for us to work on and to get better at on both sides of the ball.
And a pretty feel-good story for Ashton Morgan, scoring that goal. I think it was an important goal the way the game was going.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to say it eased my stress a little bit, but just a little. Ash just stuck with it and dug it out and put it in the back of the net. So at 2-1, as I was looking at the field, we were searching for some energy and some life. We weren't having such a great time with the ball. Again, I think we were resting when we won the ball, and with a team that puts pressure on you, that's not a good thing because then you're going to give it back to them pretty quickly. So for Ash to put that away, I think gave us just a little bit of breathing room and a little space that we could then defend it out.
Coach, as far as first half performances this season, where does that one rank for you?
Well, in terms of execution, it has to be up there. I mean, in terms of our ability to get a 2-goal lead, that's the first time we've done that in the first half. I thought the start of the game was very good. Again, I think as the half progressed, there were just a few things, loose turnovers, things like that, again, we have to tighten up. But to get a 2-goal lead in a game like this is important, so it has to be high on the list. We just need to, like I said, continue to grow together as a group in our process and be a little bit tighter, and make sure that, we see these games out a little bit more on the front foot and a little bit less in front of our goals. That's it.